But this one, Mwelesa was twafweni. Whichever president was Mwelesa, mwabafunishe kwe. Where did you get this HH not to tell? Because what the man is doing is unbelievable.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to JQ.
Doc, I think this example was cited yesterday by the president when he gave an example about how Michael Sata the late, managed to delimitate some constituencies under the PF administration where you belonged yourself at some point. And according to him, he said it was just mere instructions he gave to parliamentarians, you yourselves as parliamentarians at the time, and all you did was basically to rubber stamp whatever Michael Sata wanted. So you may get a notion that perhaps one will say, an ordinary citizen will say, maybe the President Michael Sata the late did not follow the right procedure in delimitating the constituencies.
That is misleading.
Meaning that yourselves as members of parliament at the time, you just acted in favor of one man called the late Michael Sata.
That is misleading. That is misleading. You and I know that Michael Sata, when coming up with the new districts, consulted widely. And when he made pronouncements that he was going to create these districts, we never saw any objection from anybody. We never saw any objections. We never saw the Oasis Forum. We never saw the church saying you cannot create these districts. Everybody agreed with him. And when it was taken to Parliament to make a provision, legal provision, for those constituencies, nobody, not even the UPND MPs, objected. Now this time around, you want to do a constitution amendment where 90% of the people of Zambia have said no. You have a crisis. So you cannot compare the two. Where you bring a policy, people don't object to the policy. Where you bring a policy, people object to the policy. Because power is vested in the president, and he must act for and on behalf of the people of Zambia. So if the people of Zambia say, no, we don't want this, you must stop it. If the people of Zambia say, go ahead, there was no acrimony whatsoever when Michael Sata delimited those constituencies. Everybody supported. And by the way, during the 2016 constitution amendment, the people who drove the constitution amendment was the UPND. You remember very well, at one time, they left their seats, the entire UPND MPs, and went and stood in the middle of Parliament, which was unprocedural. Because if you don't agree with anything in Parliament, all you do is you walk out, or you say, question. But then they went in the middle of Parliament and said, we are not going to move from here until you tell us when you are bringing the bill for constitution amendment. And President Lungu was magnanimous enough. He said, okay, we'll take the bill to Parliament. So it was an agreed position by both the opposition and the ruling that we needed those amendments. And there were two important issues why everybody wanted that amendment. One was to introduce the running mate. Second was to introduce it was the running mate and
50 plus 1%.
50 plus 1%. Yeah. So you can see that when the bill came to Parliament, none, including the UPND, refused that we are not going to support this amendment. Everybody was in agreement. But now, the people of Zambia have said no. PF parliamentarians have said no. Why do you want to force this constitutional amendment? Then you are being mischievous. And let us learn to be sincere as leaders. Let us learn to be sincere. Where have you ever seen consultation of the people within 15 days? Where? When I heard that there will be a consultation of the citizens in terms of the constitution, amendment. And the period that was given was, I think, from the 28th of October to the 15th or 16th of November. I said, yangu tata mayo ngechicha isa chinji. Because to me, nifina tutila muchibemba mi pamba. When you are doing consultation, you go district by district, physically, not virtual. You go to the provincial center and you say, we've consulted Northern Province. Northern Province is not Kasama. You go to Monze, Chochoma, and say, we've consulted the people of Southern Province. Southern Province is not, Choma is not Southern Province. So when you look at all these things that the president has done, there are things that have never been done anyway. That's why he likes saying it is the first time. And this is the first time in a wrong way. Because I can't believe it, that people were consulted. Constitution making process from appointing the technical committee to coming up with a draft takes not less than 2 years. Not less than 2 years. But this one, Mwelesa was twafweni. Whichever president was Mwelesa, mwabafunishe kwi. Where did you get this HH Noktuletela? Because what the man is doing is unbelievable. We have become a laughing stock. If I were him, I would have just said, forgive us, people of Zambia, I've heard your voice, that you don't want this. We move on. We are going to have the elections based on the old constitution. Because he's not being truthful. He called for dialogue with the Oasis Forum and the church mother bodies. Before they could meet, he calls a press conference and announces that we are going ahead with the constitution making process, when he's calling for dialogue on the other side. So he's not being sincere with the dialogue. And as long as dialogue does not encompass give and take, it's not dialogue. You want to go for dialogue, you've already made up your mind. And you even pronounce that for us we are going ahead. Do you expect that the other party will come for the dialogue? I want to thank the church mother bodies together with Oasis Forum because they've shown leadership. Despite the fact that the man announced I'm going ahead, they've said on Friday we are going to meet him. Well done, Oasis Forum. 2 wrongs do not make a right. Go and try your luck. But the way I know my brother is a one-way traffic. It's one-way traffic. When he decides that I'm going to do this, nobody, not even God, can tell him to change his mind. But that is not leadership. That is not leadership, Mr. President. You need to listen to the people. You are exercising that power that you have, that has been given to you by the Constitution.
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.